Hello friends, welcome to this live quiz. This is a quiz which will prepare you for your competition, for your competitive examinations and for your national examinations. This will also sharpen your mind and this is based on daily trivia. Now before we proceed further, the rules of the game are very simple. The question will get displayed on the screen. You will be given 30 seconds to respond, and if you give the right answer, because the quiz is all about quick thinking. If you're able to give the right answer in 30 seconds, your name will get displayed on the screen. All right, let's begin our quiz today. Before we start, this quiz is sponsored by Myntra. Their link is given in the description below. All right, let's proceed to the first question, which is now getting displayed on the screen. In the year 355, who proclaims himself as Roman Emperor against Constantius II in Cologne? In the year 355, who actually proclaimed himself as the Roman Emperor against the ruling king in an area called Cologne, which is in Italy. This is considered as treason. But nevertheless, he declared himself as a Roman Emperor. Please tell his name. The year is 355 AD. There was an important person who actually claimed as a self-appointed Roman emperor, even though Constantius II was the king of the Roman Empire. He actually declared himself as the king, and therefore this was an act of treason. Who was this guy? And by the way, I'm sorry, Cologne is not in Germany. It is in Italy. It's in Germany. So in a Cologne area, he actually declared himself as the king. What was his name? Remember, friends, you will get only 30 seconds because in real life scenario, when the question you are trying to attempt the question in an exam, you will be given only 30 seconds for such questions. All right, let me give the answer to you. It is the okay. His name is Claudius Silvanus. His name is Claudius Silvanus. All right. Let's proceed to the next question. In the year 1851, who invents the sewing machine? In the year 1851, who invents the sewing machine? Very, very important question. We wear a lot of sewed clothes. Nobody wears wrapped around clothes anymore. Every cloth, whether men and women, both clothes are sewed. But the sewing machine was a very important invention which propelled the human civilization forward. This happened in 1851. Very, very simple answer. If you think logically, 1851, who invents and patents his sewing machine? And let me tell you, friends, he became a multi-millionaire, which is equal to multi-billionaire of today's era, if you just adjust the dollar exchange rates. So by making an invention of sewing machine, he actually created a scenario where he actually controlled the economy around clothes, like cotton, clothes, mechanization, renaissance. All of these things were under control by this person who actually invented the machine and also created a very, very lucrative empire which still exists today. Who was this person? So Edify Learning, welcome to this quiz. You know the answer, Edify Learning. If you know the answer of this very simple question, please go ahead and type it. I will display your name on the screen if your answer is correct. 1851, who invents the sewing machine? This is a simple question, and in some way we still use the technology of the sewing machine which was invented by this gentleman. All right, some brilliant innovation was done by this. so that we have this automatic sewing machine. All right, let me open the answer. By the way, Edify Learning has responded. Let me display your name on the screen. And you are saying Isaac Singer. Let's see if your answer is correct, Edify. Yes, absolutely right. American inventor Isaac Singer. Isaac Singer actually invented the sewing machine. In fact, he actually created, his basic invention was to create a loop around the thread so that it can be sewed perfectly, and the cloth movement, etc. So there were a bunch of very, very innovative ideas that Isaac Singer was able to implement in his sewing machine. All right, great job, Edified Learning. This was a great answer from you. Next question is, in the year 1865, who performs the first antiseptic surgery? Antiseptic surgery is a norm today. If you go to hospital or any doctor, they actually do large or small antiseptic surgery. The idea is that after the surgery is performed, the wound or the opening for the surgery must heal quickly without developing any infection. And to do that, there is antiseptic which is applied, and therefore in the year 1865, first antiseptic surgery was performed. Who performs this antiseptic surgery? And this became a norm after 1865. Your answers are awaited, friends. If you give the right answer, I will display your name on the screen. The question is 1865, who performs the world's first antiseptic surgery? Alright, the entire modern methodology of conducting a surgery was started on 1865, and this gentleman or this person, could be a woman also, performed the first antiseptic surgery. Alright, let me open the answer because we only give 30 seconds. And here is the answer. It was a British surgeon. His name was Joseph Lister, and he performs the antiseptic surgery using carbonic spray on the instruments and on the bandages. It was very, very rudimentary from today's standard, but this was a start. I think Joseph Lister probably thought that if he disinfect his tools, which is knives and different kinds of equipment that they use for performing the surgery, and after that post-surgery, if the bandages are also cleaned up, then probably the wound will not generate any infection. So this was the first instance where the surgeon, which is Joseph Lister from British, he sprayed carbonic material on the instruments and on the bandage. Let's move to the next question. In the year 1905, who opens the Antwerp Central Station? Now, if you remember, Europe, all the major events which starts between the Germany and France and England, etc., meaning First World War and Second World War, all of these major events in world history basically all twine down to Antwerp. Antwerp is a city which is located in such an area which is very easy for Germans to invade and also very easy for France to invade. So in the year 1905, much before the First World War, who opens the Antwerp Central Station? It is basically a railway station, and as you can see, the Antwerp is an important point in the entire Europe. Now, if you look at the Europe map, it is rather divided by Alps and the Rhine River. So there are, geographical bottlenecks which is created. Therefore, Antwerp is an area which is very plain, and therefore, when you come down from mountain, either from Alps or you cross the river Rhine, you will actually end up in Antwerp. So it becomes a very, very important station, a sort of a cultural center for the entire Europe to mix around. because the German speaking people, Norwegians, French, Spanish, they all mingle at this place. However, the whole mixing up or melting point of cultures, especially if you just consider the European area, was really started by this person who inaugurated the and opens the Antwerp Central Station in the year 1905. All right, let me open the answer for you now. It is King Leopold II. King Leopold II of the Belgium. He actually had the vision to create a better, faster means of travel, and therefore he established the Antwerp station, Central Station, which allowed trains to come in into Antwerp from all sides of Europe, and therefore Antwerp and especially Belgium became melting point of civilizations. And even today, people in Belgium speaks multiple European language as their native language. All right, let's move to the next point. Next question. In the year 1973, what is the name of the first movie directed by George Lucas? This is the first movie directed by George Lucas. Just in case if you don't know who George Lucas is the producer, director of Star Wars, trilogy. Also Indiana Jones. And these two projects, Indiana Jones and Star Wars, these are all very, very thrilling movies. And behind these two brand names of Hollywood, George Lucas is the person, very potent force behind these two brand names. So what was his first movie which he directed? And that movie was released in the year 1973. What was the name of the first movie directed by George Lucas? Okay, let me open the answer. And that is the American Graffiti. American Graffiti is the name of the first movie directed by George Lucas. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Which space probe discovers two partial rings of Neptune? We all know that Saturn is a jewel of our solar system with many, many rings, many visible, beautiful rings around the planet. However, if you go out beyond Mars, you will see that all the planets have the rings. Today we know Jupiter also has rings. But back in the day, in the year 1989, which space probe discovers two partial rings of Neptune? I mean, we did not know that the planet of Neptune has the rings also. But there are rings, and these are all not complete rings and very, very hard to see from Earth. It was discovered by a space probe in the year 1989, and this space probe actually photographed these two partial rings, not completely formed rings around Neptune. What was the name of this space probe? It is Voyager 2. Voyager 2 was doing a flyby next to Neptune before moving out of the solar system way back in 1989, and Voyager 2 discovered the two partial rings of this planet. All right, let's move to the next question. Who are the founders of Airbnb? Airbnb is a very popular portal to plan your travel, to plan your all kinds of trip, whether you're on a luxury trip or on a youth tourism, when you want to basically camp out anywhere in the world, or even homestays. You can book any kind of stay options, travel options through Airbnb. Airbnb started in 2008. Who were the founders? Why this is a groundbreaking thing? Because the founders had the idea that they can actually open up a portal using which people anywhere in the world will be able to book their hotels, to book their tours, travels, and your transportation sitting at their home. So that is why this was so groundbreaking. Airbnb is such a earth-shattering change. This happens in 2008. Who are the founders of Airbnb? Okay, let me open the answer for you. Okay, so before I open the answer, let me display the name of Edify Learning. Edify Learning has responded Brian Joseph Chesky. Brian Joseph Chesky. Okay, I am not getting the answer. For some reason, it is not getting displayed on the screen. But Brian Joseph Chesky is one of the founders, that is for sure. There were other two gentlemen. Let me get you the names of the other two gentlemen. Just give me a moment. All right, friends. So we have come to the end of our quiz today, and I will meet you tomorrow again in this quiz, because remember, this quiz will help you prepare for your national examination, also make your mind quicker and sharper. So don't forget to join me tomorrow again, and thanks for watching me live. Bye for now.